Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Pozzoli Day. Yeah, betcha. Oh, I gotta share this. Mike and Kathy from Michigan sent us some pretty stuff. Oh, thank you, thank you. That's so cute. They said that reminds me of me and Layla. Yep. And we know who that is. That looks like a goofy duck to me. You betcha. Anyway, the crew is having breakfast. Everybody's happy in paradise. I'm waiting for my blue skies. Daddy needs blue skies, George. They're supposed to come about 11 o'clock. Yes. Anyway, right off the bat, since I'm an old guy and I don't go by a script, yes, right off the bat, I gotta say, happy 62nd birthday to our George fan, Cindy from Ohio. She turns 62 today. She was born in 1962. How about that? I know I don't have Alzheimer's because I remembered all that. Anyway, Cindy, we hope you have a wonderful birthday, and you forgot to remind me. Good thing I have a memory left, somewhat. Anyway, Jerry, what's up, buddy? Yesterday I got sidetracked. I was talking about him having a purple head. Depends on his mood. If he's just hanging out and chilling, his head's purple. But if he gets excited, his head turns beet red. Yep, he turns on the blood flow and his head gets nice and toasty warm. And here comes Ginny. Hi, Ginny. She's looking up here. Oh, she was looking up here. Anyway, I wanted to say thank you to Mike and Kathy. Well, here comes Barbara. Hi, baby. And here comes Jerry. Everybody's coming up to say hi to Dad, and I'm going to turn the crosscut saw over. Yeah, we don't want anybody getting cut. This crosscut saw has history. Yeah, I'll tell you about it in a second. I remember being a kid. Since I'm an old guy, I remember our first color TV. But I really was happy when my dad brought home a lawnmower with a motor on it. I used to mow the grass with an old push mower that when you pushed it, it made the blade spin. And we had a big yard just like this, covered with oak trees. And underneath the oak trees are branches and sticks. And anytime you hit one with a real tight lawnmower, it stops it dead and you hit yourself in the chest with the handles. Yeah, and then you got to back it up, pull the branch out of the blade, and then try again. Yeah, mowing grass was no fun until we got a motor on it. Then I started liking it. Yeah, well, after Hurricane Donna, we had a lot of trees that blew down, branches all over the yard, oak trees. And guess what? We didn't have a chainsaw back then. We had this. This is my handy dandy crosscut saw, and Jerry's holding it down for me so it doesn't run off. Yes. Jerry, what are you doing? You're a goofy turkey. Yes, and those are not edible, you goofy. You're goofy, Jerry. Yes, he said, I see myself in your phone, Dad. Yeah. Anyway, I cut up all those trees and limbs and made firewood. They're probably still burning the firewood down there. I cut all that up with a handsaw because we didn't have chainsaws back then. Yeah, makes me thankful I'm not older than I am. Yeah. Anyway, God bless you all. Thank you for all the wonderful comments on our channel and on the videos that I put up. I put up 4 videos yesterday. I don't think I'm going to make 4 videos today. My back was hurting. Yes, but in answering questions, I promised Barbara Ellison that I was going to tell a funny story this morning of lumberjack stuff. Yes, I got a good one, Barbara. You'll like it. Back during the 1976 National Championships, we had lumberjacks staying in the yard. All the campers and tents pretty much had couples in it. But we had a guest house that had a great big open living room. Jerry's just going to sit down right here and listen to the story. Yes. And we put cots in there. And we had about 25 lumberjacks, single guys, sleeping in that room. And the ladies all had breakfast ready to go. They were in the house with my mom, and we had a great big old antique table with a lot of leaves in it for Thanksgiving or Christmas dinners. And they had all the leaves in that table and had it covered with food, and they said, "Go wake up the lumberjacks. Tell them breakfast is ready." I said, "They've been up drinking all night. They're probably all hungry." They said, "Go get them and tell them breakfast is ready now." I said, "Okay." Well, I went over there and I tried waking them up, and they were telling me to go away. And I said, "Okay, I'm under orders here." I opened up the living room door and I took a 12-gauge cannon like they start football games with. It shoots a 12-gauge blank black powder shell. And I set the cannon in the doorway, put a shell in it, cocked it, and I yanked on the string and I took off running. It filled the whole house with black powder smoke. And if you remember the movie Jeremiah Johnson where Burl Ives says, "Hey, Pilgrim, you know how to skin a grizz?" And he came running through the snow with snowshoes on and had a bear right behind him. He was holding a stick with a big piece of meat on it and running, and he ran past the cabin and threw it in the door and took off running. And the bear went in the door, and you could hear Robert Redford in there fighting that bear. Yup. Anyway, in the distance, you could hear Burl Ives laughing. Well, I ran from our guest house in the kitchen door, and I said, "Here they come." And I ran out the front door. Yep. I was kind of laughing, but I was running. Yep. They were after me. Yeah, Jerry. Jerry says, "That was a good one, Dad." Anyway, that was a blast from the past. Anyway, in answering comments yesterday, somebody said, "I thought you were going to build a waterfall. Now I'm confused." Yeah, well, I'm still going to build a waterfall, but not right now. I got so many projects going. I still need to finish gutters on the house and about 99 other things. The waterfall will come. But they said, "We thought you were going to put the waterfall right where the dock is." Yeah, well, I put the dock where it is strategically with the waterfall in mind. The waterfall will be to the right of the dock. And the only thing behind it would be the big oak tree there. Yeah. I don't want the waterfall to obscure my view down to the creek. So the waterfall will go right to the right of the dock. And you see the duckies are in their pond. Yeah, they're in there playing. They've been in there playing since early this morning when I first let them out of the coop. First thing they did was go down there and get in. Yeah, I was talking to Eva on the phone. I said, "They're in the pond." Yeah, I was talking to Eva first thing this morning, 6 a.m. We were on the phone. Yeah, and she's home. Anyway, she gets a kick out of reading some of the comments. She reads all the comments. She just doesn't have time to reply to them like I do. Yeah. Anyway, God bless you all. I'm going to get up here and I'll show you something. Jerry, Daddy's going to get up, buddy. You see his head is purple. Yeah. Yeah, said Daddy's boy. He said, "Oh, that feels good, Dad." He said, "Oh, yeah, that's a spot right there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, Yeah. Daddy's going to go walk about, Jerry. Yeah, he says, oh, you go ahead. I'm going to hang out right here. Yes. And he's getting heavy. But I can still pick him up and carry him under my arm just like I do George. Yeah, I can't lift him up like I do George. He weighs about twice as much as George. Yeah, George. Now, George loves his new dock. He gets right out on the end of the dock and he bends down and he gets a drink. And if he sees the duckies in his pond, he jumps off and he chases them out. Yep, just like he used to do at the old river house, huh, George? Yep. Now, I put the dock where I put it. It is cantilevered. There are no legs on this end going into the water. It's completely open under there. But it serves quite a few different purposes. Eva and I will be able to sit next to each other with our feet in the water right on the end of the dock. That's one reason. The other reason is that the frogs that are now currently living under that stuff, the frogs will have a safe place away from the hawks and the owls and goofy ducks. Yes, the frogs will be able to live under the dock. They can swim right up under there and jump out on the ground underneath the dock, and they'll be just happy and safe. Yep, that is going to provide a shady spot during the hot sunny day. If we ever get one, yeah, it'll make a shady spot for the fish and the frogs and everybody else. Yeah, it also accomplishes something else. You see the little fountain pumps that are running in front of me? Those are electric. And they have electric cords that run across the ground here. It's a mess. There's always going to be cords, and eventually when I have a waterfall, there will be a pump down in the deep spot pumping water up for the waterfall. All the electric cords and the hoses and all the aeration stuff will all be underneath the dock. Instead of running across the ground like this, all that stuff will be concealed up underneath the dock. I may put an external filter. Right now I have filters that are in there, in the water. But if I put an external filter to clean the water, oh, and George is doing a big bird. Thank you, George. If I put an external filter, it can go underneath the dock on the backside. I have lots of projects. One of them I'm going to do today because it's nice and cool. Our high today is 64 for all of you that are burning up. I'm going to dig along here to get this down where I want it so I can finish my rocks. That's ugly and it's a project waiting to be done. I'm going to dig from here all the way over to there, all the way along there. I'm going to dig all that extra dirt out so that I can finish this project on this side and make it look better. Yeah, this is too high over here. It doesn't need to be that high. So we're going to do some digging and landscaping today. But I think the dock turned out just fine. Anyway, this has turned into a long video. Limu, Emu, and Timu just now left. They've been here for about an hour. He was down there standing on his tree stump. He likes that tree stump. And a squeak box. Jenny, for goodness sakes. Thank you. Anyway, everybody's had breakfast. I've made our video for today. Cindy, we hope you have a wonderful birthday. My rose mallows are getting bigger every day. And we got new blooms out there. We love you guys too. For all the new subscribers, welcome to George's World. To all you old subscribers, make sure you're still subscribed. I've had 2 people that said, hey, my comment disappeared. That's been going on forever. YouTube's got bugs. comments evaporate right before your eyes, and they go off to Never Never Land, and 2 years later, they'll come and throw a bunch of them at me. In some cases, I reply to every single comment right up to 2 minutes ago, and I hit refresh, and it shows me comments that are 10 hours old. I don't know where YouTube finds them, but they dig them out of the cracks in their computer somewhere, and then they throw them all at me at a big batch. Yeah. Anyway, how can you reply to comments that are 2 minutes old and then 10 minutes later find some comments that are 10 hours old? I don't know how they do it, but they do it. Anyway, God bless you all. Have a wonderful Pozzoli Day. It's Pozzoli Day, George. Oh, you betcha. We love you all too. Thoughts and prayers for everybody that needs them. Love you all. Stay safe. Wash your flippers often. Have a wonderful Friday.